Hey guys, how's it going? So it's Amber and Ava. Ava's just slowly resting now, and I wanted to make this video to share with moms of potential ways of how to soothe the baby, because a friend of mine, a mom I met in another prenatal class, she's struggling right now with hers, and I just thought that, I don't know what I'm doing, if it's right or wrong or not, but I feel like Ava and I, we have it pretty good, and there's still moments without a doubt, but I just thought I'd share and maybe it can help you guys out if it's not something that you guys are doing so far. So one big thing, as you can see the light setting right now, and I have this gorgeous crystal lamp. Okay, it's behind the other lamp, so I have two different light settings, and obviously the main bedroom light, but I rarely use the main bedroom light. But from the beginning, like literally from the hospital, I had this actually even from giving birth in labor, I had that crystal lamp on the entire time. So I'm just gonna, my strap's kind of falling off. So this is from my dear friend Sarah. Thank you so much, Sarah. And I can't pronounce the crystal name, but I will put it in the show notes just so you know it. You can hear Ava, she's starting to fall asleep. But yeah, so I managed the environment right away. So literally I control the light settings. So in the hospital, when we were recovering, we like rarely had the hospital lights on. They're bright, they're invasive, and even think of it for us, like it's super bright, and if we want to calm ourselves, we want to be in relaxation, we want to have a specific settings that we feel comfortable with. So think of it for yourself, and that's what the baby wants. So the hospital lights were rarely on. They were only turned on at night if the midwife needed to turn them on, but if not, literally when the sun went down, it was the crystal lamp on. And that's what we had on. And sometimes we went complete darkness and sometimes we didn't. So I would play with it and let Ava get used to being complete darkness on her own. And if I heard some noises, then I'd put back on the crystal lamp. And even now, so we play with the different light settings throughout the day. So we have a morning time, we have an early morning. So right now I think it's 5:30, 6 o'clock or something maybe. So it's still dark out here, so we have just the crystal lamp on, and we have the other bedroom, which I don't know if you guys can see, but pretty much down our hallway we have that light on, and that's usually what she sleeps with. So it's just the other bedroom light on and the crystal lamp off. So that's what she sleeps in for now. Eventually I'll get her into the darkness without a doubt. But that seems to soothe her. And then during the day, it's all natural light. And then, of course, if it's dark or whatever, we have specific light settings at that time. Even in the evening, we're winding her down. So she's getting used to knowing, and this is what I feel helps her sleep at night. Like, she's now sleeping. I only get up 1 to 2 times in the middle of the night, and they're pretty quick. And in the middle of the night, I don't put on the crystal lamp. I literally just have that bedroom light on down the hall, and I feed her in the dark. And she's great, and also it depends on my eye contact. Like, I do different stuff, but that's a big thing, is light settings. So manipulate the light settings, get something that's nice and calming, relaxing, and that helps soothe the baby. And then the other big thing after lighting is music. So in the daytime, like, I'll sing, and I will have Dixie Chicks on and other songs that I want to sing, and she'll know the difference from when it's morning and right when it's morning and I wake her up here and we have a breastfeed here in the bedroom before we go. Like, I'll put on different music so she knows, okay, this is the day, this is now we're getting started, and then we'll transition. And I'll take her out of here, and I won't bring her back in the bedroom for the rest of the day. So environment is a huge thing, and then music. And then also, if she's like playing with the nipple, which I didn't know this, okay, so side note, if you're getting stretch marks on your breast, which I just started, which I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I get rid of this? So I've been pumping this magical oil, which I'll put in the show notes as well. I completely forget the name of it, but it's been brilliant. And changing up your breastfeeding position, so definitely do a variety, which I do already, but keep that up. That's a huge thing for stretch marks. And when they're playing with the nipple, I didn't know that that can cause the stretch marks too. So when she starts playing with it, I'm like, no, like, we don't want to cause mom stretch marks, so let's calm down. But when she gets like that, I know that she's actually getting tired. It's like a cue for that as well. And of course I gauge it, like if she's hungry, I don't pull her away from the nipple, but I kind of do pull her away, but I keep her close by so she still knows it's there. But then I put on soothing music, and honestly, I'll put in a few of Ava's favorite tracks that I've started making a playlist for her, and it's just off of YouTube. And what I search is baby soothing songs or baby soothing sounds, and I get a bunch of different ones, and I just try them out. And honestly, I feel like whichever ones that I like, and then I notice what she's like, if they calm her, then I save them into a playlist, and I have a Ava relaxation playlist, and that's been huge. So that's another thing, is the soothing music. And then the third thing is Ewan. Okay, I don't know if it's Ewan or Ewan, but he's a magical sheep. So I don't know if you can see him. He's on the crib. Yeah, you can see him there. He is brilliant. Our girlfriend Rebecca got him for us, and he is magical. He plays 4 different tunes of sounds that would be sounds that Ava would hear in the womb. So it's like heartbeat noises, the fluid, which I can't even pronounce, I don't know what it is. You know what it is, what I'm talking about. But the fluid within yourself, you know, how they'd be used to hearing your gas and your stomach grumbles and all that good stuff. And that's what Ewan produces. And he has also a red light. So that also is a huge thing for the light setting, is we'll turn him on, and we have that hallway light on. That bedroom hallway light down, and that's what her nighttime lighting setting is, and she's brilliant with it. It's a red, beautiful light, and that's would have been the light that she would have been seeing in the womb. So he has been magical, and we play him all night, throughout the night. We're not all night, sorry, that's dramatic. We play him definitely when we're putting her down, and then in the middle of the night when I'm doing a feed, that's how I put her into the crib as well. So I put her back in there, and I put him on. And sometimes I might have to do it 1 or 2 rounds, but he plays for like 20 minutes. And if I still hear some tossing and turning from her, then I'll just put another one on, and another one on. And if I have to play 3, 4, 5, well, then I'll do that. And honestly, he puts us to bed. It's great. So hopefully those soothing things help. I guess I can keep going a little bit longer. I hope you guys don't mind. I'll try to keep this at 10 minutes. So the other thing is, I always make sure she's warm. This is one of her favorite blankets, which I know you can't really see. There you go. So that's one of her favorite blankets. So I always make sure that she's warm, her toes are covered. She hates being restricted, like hates it, which I completely get, because I'm the same way. I hate being strapped down, and you know, if I can't have my freedom, oh man. So she always has her hands free, so you can see that too. There you go, there's her hand. Perfect timing, Ava. And so literally I let her hands be free. Now I do put her in a onesie with the hands covered, just so she doesn't scratch herself, and also to keep her hands warm, because it is getting nippy here. But I do make sure she's warm, and I keep her close to skin. So 5 would be warmth, and then 6 is skin to skin, which I hope that's the right numbers of what I said. But skin to skin is huge, and you know, it's really nice. And sometimes it can be an annoyance, without a doubt, not denying that, because we might feel like, oh, we need space, or just give me time, or my body's awkward, or I'm feeling pain and discomfort, because they get comfortable in the most awkward positions for ourselves. But I actually just stop myself when I feel that. So when I do feel the discomfort, I do adjust. Like, even if I have to wake her up a bit, I'm like, nope, you know, especially for my stitch, I'm like, no, we have to move. I'm not comfortable. We need to get yourself there. And then I put her back, and she'll adjust. And then the other thing is too, is, you know, it just makes us as a reminder that, you know, she's getting stronger, aka heavier, but also stronger. She's actually very strong. But she's getting stronger, that I felt like I was getting weaker, so it really encouraged me to do exercises. So this morning, you know, I've already done my exercises and stretches while she was tossing and turning, nearly up but wasn't up. So I was doing my stuff so that I can get stronger, that I can carry her, and then these uncomfortable positions aren't uncomfortable. They're actually doable, and that we can both enjoy them and soak it up, because you know what, this phase isn't forever. And that's the other reminder. So when they're, you know, hissy fitting and crying, which actually I just thought of another one. So when they're hissy fitting crying, it's just that reminder of, you know what, it's just a phase. They're just a newborn. It's not forever. And you know what, yes, it's going to happen during teething and so forth, but these are the tips and tricks, that could help with that. Okay, and I think we're on number 8, is I do massages. So I massage her stomach, and I do bicycles with her legs. I do forward and I reverse, and then I hold them out and stretch. And I'll talk to her. I'm like, oh, let's do bicycles, 1, 2, and I count out loud. And then I do reverse, and I hold them there, and I'll tell her, I'll say stretch, and encourage it. And then will just hold my hand on there. So I won't even move. I'll just literally place my hand and let my energy, go to her. And this is considered like into a little bit of Reiki, but it's just, we have so much energy, and that baby can feel it 10 times what we know. And I just listen to her stomach, or I listen to her body, or I try to soothe it and just calm it by just literally being calm myself. And I just place my hand and think of it like its own hot pad, like if we're in stomach pains and we have cramps. So that, I think that's 8 or 9, right? So 8 would be massaging, 9 would be just literally place your hand there, hold, and just be calm, and really focus on transferring your energy, your calmness into them. And then number 10 is, if that's all not going well, I actually ask myself, what the heck did I eat? What did I eat that's irritating her? Because literally she's getting everything from us if you're breastfeeding. And so even lately, like the last 2 days, like I've had gas, I've been constipated. So imagine what she's going through, the poor thing. So I'm actually thinking, what the heck have I been eating? And what I think it might be is even the vegetable stock. Like that's how, deep down the ingredient layer I have to go. But if that's the case, then I'm just going to stay off of it for a bit and see if that goes. And hopefully that helps her out. So those are the top 10 things that I do to help soothe Ava. Yeah, I didn't even know I got 10 there. There's probably more, but hopefully those help. And what do you do? What kind of stuff do you have of your tricks up your sleeve? And is it aromatherapy? Like in her bedroom, I already have rose as a diffuser just sitting in there. This crystal lamp actually, it clears, I have to ask Sarah, but it clears energy to make sure there's love in the room. What other tips and tricks do you guys do? I'd love to hear, because we all have it, and every baby's different, and everything is trial and error. So remember that. So if one thing doesn't work, don't panic, don't stress. That's the last thing you want. You just say, okay, well, that didn't work. Well, what can we do next? And sometimes it takes 7 other soothing techniques to work until you feel, and she feels or he feels, that that's the right one for them. So don't stress. That's the biggest thing, is just stay calm yourself. Think of what would be calming for you, which would be calming for them, and just enjoy it. Soak up the time, and it makes you really present. That's the one big thing that I found with letting them soothe and just calm down and fall asleep on your arm like this. Like Ava's sound asleep. I don't know if you guys can see her, but she's sound asleep. I'll take a picture and you guys can see it. But just soak that up, because it's not forever. All right, guys, hope that helps, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, so this is a little bonus, because I just thought, I don't think I actually got 10. I think I may have only got 9 there, but hopefully this is an add-on. So Ava's down. I don't know if you guys can see her, but I took a picture. I put her on the bed, which I know some people may disagree with, but usually that's another transition point too. So then when she wakes up in the bed, then she knows from here we're going, so I'm not putting her back in the cot. But the one thing too is, if say all those techniques didn't work, I literally get up and move. I take her and I put her on my shoulder and I said, let's go for a walk, and it's not my first go-to, because I don't want that to be the only thing that soothes her. So like I actually went to an early day session, which is here in Canberra, which helps moms for breastfeeding, soothing, sleeping techniques, and all that stuff. And it was really great. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice to meet other moms. But there was some moms in there that actually the only way their baby would go to bed is if they were bouncing with the baby up and down. And you could see she was stressed, and it was getting to her and her body. Like she looked really, like I felt for her, you just really feel for moms for that. So that actually is one of my last things to do, is to move. But when they get agitated, and especially during the daytime, I do that. But at the same time, while I'm actually moving and walking around, rather than bouncing her, I sometimes just hold my hand on her. I just hold it on her back. Like sometimes I'll burp her, and then sometimes I'll just hold my hand and let the gas, because obviously it's my shoulder against her stomach, that again, if you have cramps, us as adults, we want to lay on our stomach and put a heat pad on, and we want to put pressure on it so it release that gas. So I'll move her up and down on my shoulder, so it's different parts of her stomach. And I'll literally rest my hand to apply a little bit more pressure, but then also just to kind of like subtle movements. Sometimes little pats, like little burps, but sometimes it's just literally straight hold to help soothe that. And while that's happening, I literally, because again, they're heavy or they're getting heavy, and it might be discomfort for us, is I take a tennis ball and I literally put it on my back and I go against the wall and I literally hold not only her, but then I massage myself and I'll move up and down against the wall. And I've made a video for that, so I will also attach that video in there for you. But just to demonstrate what I've done for that as well, because that's called a myofascial tissue release, and I've been feeling it massive in my shoulders, like in specific spots in my back. So literally that's what I'll do during the day, is I'll put that up. And sometimes in the middle of the night, like, yeah, I'll walk up and down the hallway, excuse me, my eye, but it's not all the time, you know. That's again last resort if maybe she's really fussing, and obviously I don't want to wake Mick up because he's going to work the next day. So that's when, okay, yeah, you know, 3-4 things didn't work, and so I'm going to take her up and I'm going to go for a little walk. And when she calms down, and sometimes we'll just hang out in the other room and I'll just again soothe her that way. So that really helps as well. So hopefully those tips help you guys out. And of course, any more that I think of that I do that I don't realize I'm doing, I'll definitely let you know. So have an awesome day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye. One more before I go, and then literally I'm going to go hang up these clothes because the sun's just about to come out and Ava's down, so I want to get another little laundry in before she wakes up for the second time. But the other thing is that, so say during the daytime, and this is definitely not a nighttime routine that we do, but in the daytime, if she's really fussing and I can't take it personally, like I'm getting annoyed that I might have something that I want to do in my head that I'm like, oh man, like I don't want to have her skin to skin, you know, I can't keep walking around, like I really want to make this phone call, or I want to get these dishes done, whatever it might be, right? I just want my hands free, is I actually use a carrier. So we have 2 carriers right now, and honestly both of them, they're okay. So I'll just explain both of them. One is Mamma Mia, I think it's called, or something like that. She hates it, so that one isn't the greatest. It's better for back support than the other one I'm about to mention, but she doesn't like it. She's uncomfortable, she fusses, she doesn't last long, so obviously it's not the greatest carrier for us. But the second one is a sling, and the sling, it's a mini monkey. It's great, you can get hands free, but it actually hurts my back. So but the one thing that's really great is I do put her in that. So even when I actually had to host a podcast, okay, so I'm a podcast host for the Parenting Biz podcast. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. We'd love for you to check it out, and I'll put the links below. But literally I had to run an interview, so she started fussing. She actually puked on me, like bad puke up, whole wardrobe change 10 minutes before the interview, of course. So obviously I needed to soothe her, and I needed to soothe her quick, and I needed to keep her calmish as best as possible and just hope for the best, really. So the biggest thing is skin to skin. Newborns love it. So I put her in the sling. Of course, she fussed for the first couple minutes, but I walked around soothing her before obviously sitting down for the interview. And literally that's what the sling is really great for, is because I just wore a tank top, so then she could literally be on my chest, and she fell asleep. And that's been one great position too. Like, you know, that's how one time I've got 2 hours in a day because she fell asleep in the sling. Now, usually, to be honest, I don't keep her in that long. That was the first go. It's just because she likes her freedom. I don't want her to be cramped up for that long, and it does pull on your back for a while. So you know, I won't do 2 hours ever again, but it happened in that case. But usually I tend to keep her in there for at least, you know, 30 to 45 minutes. Then when she's definitely knocked out, I take her out, and then I put her, you know, in our cot outside. So we have a different cot. We have a travel cot up in the dining room area, so we have that during the day. So I have different bed settings during the day, different blankets during the day, different swaddles during the day compared to night, just so those are little routine tricks to help sleeping patterns. And this is going into a little bit of sleeping patterns, but I just want to nip on it because I know I touched on it in the very first video, but I forgot to mention how well she's sleeping. So literally she'll sleep between, like right from the get-go, between 1 to 3 hours. Now she's about 2 to 4, almost stretched out to 5. I'm usually only waking 1 to 2 times in the night, and that's only usually up for about an hour max. And literally sometimes, yeah, she'll have a nap for 20 minutes and then she'll be up, but that's usually during the day. The nighttime she's really sleeping, and yeah, I'm all right with it, you know. And I feel like the biggest thing that has helped us is the environment transitions. And I know obviously newborns don't have patterns or routines yet. She's getting close to it though. She's almost 5 weeks and a few days. And that's supposedly the 4 to 6 weeks is when they start realizing it. But the first 4 weeks, they supposedly don't know anything between day and night. But saying that, I feel like what really helped us was the different things. So the different light settings. So we would talk to her, and like how I would communicate with her would be different. In the middle of the night when I'm feeding her, I'm not talking to her. I'm not engaging as much eye contact. I'm not waking her up and playing really. Well, in the daytime, full on. I'm singing to her, I'm talking to her, I'm giving her tummy time, all that good stuff. And then her outfits. So she has specific outfits for the day and specific outfits for the night. Different blankets for day and night, different swaddles for day and night, different sleeping spaces for day and night, different locations. So in the bedroom is only in the evening. We have a whole wind down light setting. We do the bath routine, read to her routine. So there's different stuff that we do. But that's how we've been helping her to hopefully that she knows the difference between day and night. And then obviously the blinds and stuff. So the sun's starting to come out. I won't open the blinds yet. After this sleep, when she wakes up for her next feed, that's when I will open the blinds and be like, daytime, morning, and be all that way so that she knows that, oh, it's morning and we need to then move. So that also goes into a little bit of sleeping tips, which I'll do a different video for, but that really helps, or hopefully has helped. We think it has for us at least. And again, we have no idea if this is right or wrong because we're just winging it and we're brand new parents. So, we don't know if this is normal or not. And to be honest, who cares about normality, right? It's whatever works for you guys and whatever works for us. That's the best thing. And we know our kids best, just like your kids best. So listen to them and, soak that up. So hopefully that's okay. And that other tip helps with the carrier. So, okay. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye. Hey, so I just quickly came in so you can see my hair is a bit of a mess. So I just came in from, putting out the laundry, and Ava was fussing. So what I did is another soothing thing I didn't realize I do. So she was fussing, so I literally just took my hand and I just put it on her stomach and I just held it there. I literally just let her fuss and I held my hand there, and then now she's back out. I don't know if you can see her, but she's back out now. So that's another thing as well. So rather than panicking and pick them up or any of that, no, let them fuss. Just rest your hand there. Of course, if eyes open or something else, then yeah, that's different. But I just let her fuss. It was about 30 seconds to a minute, maybe 2 minutes max. But yeah, she's back out. And when I went out to hang up the clothes, I just put on another playlist on the song as well, which again, I'll put into the list. So hopefully that helps, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.